Years ago, during one of Team Toretto's famous heists, they made a powerful enemy they weren't aware of. Now, 10 years later, Dante Reyes is ready to activate his plan for revenge and make Dominic Toretto suffer the same as him. Dom is not one to back down easily, however, and is ready to go to great lengths to protect what means most to him, his family. This is Fast 10. Fast 10 is the 10th installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise. 11th if you count the Dwayne Johnson Ego Boost spinoff. And sadly, the film is not called Fast 10, your seatbelts. Because Universal are nothing but cowards. Now, the Fast and the Furious franchise is without a doubt one of the most polarizing franchises I can think of. You're either in the love it or hate it camp. There is no in between. Camps that are so attached to their enjoyment or distaste of the franchise that reviews like this one will literally do nothing. My opinion on the film is not gonna sway anyone. If you're seeing the 10th installment of the Fast and the Furious films, it's because you enjoy them. And if you don't, well, it's because you don't. But I feel like I should entertain the idea and review this film anyway. Because why not? Fast 10 is exactly what you expect. It is full to the brim of ridiculous action scenes, a cast of characters that I could not begin to tell you who's who, but most importantly, it's got family. As I said, if you're going to see this film, especially on opening weekend, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Once the Fast franchise hit its 5th installment, it became a whole new thing. Gone are the days of these films being about stealing VHS players and drag racing. Now they are these big spy espionage movies with these big action set pieces. And to the film's credit, they know what they're doing and they know what they want to do. Just make some absurd action, and you know, I can respect that. However, I do feel as if the action takes precedent over anything else in this film. And yes, that can work, John Wick for example, having a simple story, but at the same time, amazing action sequences. And the story and characters of the Fast and the Furious franchise have always been serviceable to me, and they are no different in this one, except for one. You can tell both on and off the camera that Vin Diesel loves being he does love being Vin Diesel. You can tell both on and off the camera that Vin Diesel loves being Dominic Toretto. The character clearly means a lot to him, and he's good in the film. However, I could not begin to tell you the names of the other characters in these films. It's to the point where I only refer to them as their actors' names. Like, oh, there's Michelle Rodriguez, there's Ludacris, there's Tyrese Gibson. I could not tell you their names. And that's saying a lot considering I'm the guy that can tell you characters from Jurassic Park, even Jurassic World. Perhaps I'm being a bit more hyperbolic than I intend to be, and could maybe get the characters' names if you gave me multiple choice, but for an ensemble movie, the characters lack far more than the performances do. And to be honest, that's just how I feel with the Fast and the Furious movies in general, but it's hard to say something new about a franchise that just has the same problem throughout all 10 installments. However, there is one surprisingly good character in this movie that almost makes up for it, and that's Jason Momoa as the film's villain. He has all of the makings of a great Bond villain, but not Daniel Craig Bond, classic Bond camp. He's over the top, insane, and Jason Momoa is having a blast as this character, and he is so entertaining. This was an absolute standout performance. I would love to see Jason Momoa get some more villain roles. Kraven the Hunter? Anyone? When I heard Vin Diesel hype this film up as the 2-part finale, I took it with a grain of salt. I can't help but feel as if I've heard about the end of the road for the Fast and the Furious films for like 3 films now. It's a franchise that wants to end, but it makes way too much money. But to my surprise, Fast and the Furious pulls an Avengers Infinity War. I am not joking. Obviously, I don't mean it's anywhere as good as Infinity War, but the structure of the film is very Infinity War. having an A, B, and C plot respectively. My favorite of the plot lines being the John Cena plot line where he has to go on a road trip with Dom's son. I seriously think that could have been a movie all of its own. Also, and maybe I'm just misremembering Fast and the Furious 9, but I do not remember John Cena's character being anything like he is in this film. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that his performance in Peacemaker changed the way he acted in this film. And you know what? That's for the better. But really, my opinion on this film does not matter. You're either gonna go see it or you're not. And both of those answers are more than respectable. And Fast X is just another Fast and the Furious film. And if that's what you like, well, you're gonna like this one a whole lot. However, and this is just me being a bit biased here, if you want to go see a better movie about family that also has Vin Diesel in it, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is probably playing in the same theater. Just saying. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Oh, and by the way, check out the website. But until next time, I'm Quentin Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic. Family.